From Tom Field, it is the annual battle for the Wausau Log, prep football tradition since 1970. Overall, through that series, West has won 31, lost 17 to East, and there was one tie. East defeated West last year 14-7. That's the same score, or at least close, as the very first competition back in 1970 when East won in a very, very close contest. Kevin Grundy's the coach of the Lumberjacks in his second year. Jason Foster, third year with the Wausau West Warriors. They are the home team, so they're in their home blue and gold. Wausau East with the white jerseys, red helmets and black pants. And coming into this contest, Wausau East 3-1. They defeated Merrill, Southern Door, and Mosinee. Lost a non-conference game to Rhinelander last Friday. West is looking for their first win, but their competition, and there's no way you can argue that, is much stiffer, as they are in the conference with Fox Valley and also with Rapids, Spash, Everest, Marshfield, you know, that group, which they were in years ago. And unless things change, Wausau East will be rejoining that league and those schools in competition football next fall. So with the Warriors coming to the near side, the home side of the field, we had the Wausau West Pep Band, Dan Emerson, their director, with the national anthem. The flag is still, it's a beautiful, beautiful evening as we head into the first weekend of fall here in central Wisconsin. Field is in great shape. Not always the case this time of the year in prep football. All the spring sports coaches from last spring are jealous because they had a rough time last summer getting their meets and games in. Here, it's been a good one for the most part this fall. And East will be kicking off to Wausau West. Number 2 is back for the Warriors. That's Noah Natz, a junior, one of the running backs. And he's in the middle. And on the wings, we'll pick them up in starting lineups as they go along. They didn't introduce them in the latter moments before the kickoff, so we'll pick them up as we go along. On the kickoff, it's high end over end coming down to the far side and right up the middle of the field on the hash mark, all the way out to the 32-yard line on the opening kickoff. Howard on the carry on the kickoff.
To the 32-yard line, tackled by number 54.
Eli Glazer, the senior, made the stop. Also on the stop was Isaac Cushman, a junior. And the Warriors huddle around their coaching staff, head out, line up. They don't huddle for the first one. They have trips right here and a split in to the far side. Backs, the two backs in an eye. And the quarterback throwing over the middle and incomplete on the first toss. That was Richard.
Second and 10.
On the pass for the Warriors. Garrett Richards, a junior. Second down and 10. Looking in the same spot. He's hit as he throws, and it goes harmlessly to the ground at the 35-yard line. So we'll call that an incomplete pass. Third down for West. First possession, either team. They started at their 32. Back to pass again. This time he has time and dropped. The pass was dropped by Ian Marciniak, the tight end, and he dropped it, and you know, you could show he was frustrated because he kind of clapped his hands like, I'm the one that didn't make this complete. The quarterback's pass was right there. Now in the punting formation for West, a high end-over-end punt taken, fair catch. Donovan Leverett, who's a senior now and 2-year letterman for the Lumberjacks. It's not the first time he's taken a punt in his college or high school career. First down for the Lumberjacks at the same spot the Warriors had it in their first possession, and that is at the 32-yard line. So 3 and out for West on their first possession. They pitch, and cutting inside against the grain and getting about 4 yards is Everett, one of the better running backs in central Wisconsin this fall. Everett has had a lot of success. Number 15 is the Lumberjack quarterback, Matt Heinrich, Jr. And they have a single back, and the single back gets the ball across the 35 to the 37. Leverett again on the carry, so he's had 2 carries for 5 yards right now. I'm playing solo tonight, so we may not get many of the tacklers credit, which we would certainly like to do. East moving right to left here at Tom Field on a beautiful evening for high school football. You can hear the West student section with their cheering squad to our left. East on the far side. Here's a pass in the flat. It's caught and coming up about 3 yards short of a first down. Leverett that time handled the ball, but this time on a pass play for a couple more. And Heinrich completes his first pass, but again, it's 4th down and 3 for Wausau East. The Lumberjacks started out 3-0 for the first time since the 80s or 90s. And West looking for their first win here tonight. Snapback is a good one. The rush is on, and getting it off nicely was Bryce Stallsberg on the return. Jackson came in front of the West bench. Pushed out of bounds there. Second possession Warriors. First quarter, no score from Tom Field. Battle for the log. Ball at the 40 this time for Wausau West. They were 3 and out in their first possession. Going left to right as we take a look at it from the West grandstand. The handoff up the middle, and all kinds of room for enough for a first down. 11-yard pickup. First carry in the game for Colton Garrick, a sophomore. Garrick with the first down for Wausau West. They quickly break the huddle. At the 42. Handoff this time off right guard, and a big hole. Another 8 yards on the carry. And Garink on the carry, the sophomore, gets it out to the 38, or to the 42 of East. So he picked up about 7. Ball in East territory. Offensive set. Oh, we had a power I formation set up there, and an illegal procedure call against West. That's the first penalty in the game for illegal procedure. Now that pushes them back a bit, back in outside the 47. Ball in the middle of the field between the hash marks. Flanker near side, split end, far side. In motion and getting the football. Oh, a nice solo tackle. Noah Nats was the ball carrier, and he was tackled by Caleb Grozadinsky. Caleb is a senior, 6'2", 230. East has some pretty good size this year in their lineup, and one of the Warriors is down at the midfield stripe. It's going to be 3rd down and 7 for West. We have a crowd on hand on a beautiful evening, and I would venture to say a lot of these folks in the stands that, you know, are up in age just a bit, probably were at the very first contest between these two teams back in 1970 when East won over West. Will Brockmeyer was the East coach. Jared Johnson was the West coach. And of course that was the first year the school was open, and Jerry now has a practice field at West named after him for the outstanding job as a coach and as a character, a role model for the students at Wausau West while he was there for a number of years. The East players are down on their knees. The West players are huddled around their coaching staff. One of the officials is over there talking to them. And we do have a trainer at every one of these high school events now, which is a good thing. The trainer is Noah Wagoner. Okay. Wausau East band director, Rob Perkins. Wausau West band director, we mentioned Dan Emerson before. As the host team, the Warriors played the national anthem. East pep band is on the far side. They have a set of bleachers now in the end zone. First time I've seen that. Scoreboards to my left, nice and loud, all different colors and bright. And then the one I'm going to take a look at, the one over to my right. 8 minutes left here in the first quarter. Back to pass. Richard, and dropped on the interception attempt. Oh, yep. Leverett had it in his arms. And he had an interception right there. Had that one timed out perfectly, but now it's going to be a punting situation again for the Warriors. Punting is Nicholas Roche. He's their kicker punter, a junior. Back inside his 45. Leverett back inside the 10 for East. They've got two backs, one at the 20. And this is a high boot. And they're going to let it roll, and it's going to kind of come to a stop at around the 12-yard line where it's down. Nats with the downing of the ball for the Warriors. So now, 2 and out as far as possessions for West. East in their second possession, they start back on their 12. The first time they started on their 32, and they were 3 and out. Teams kind of feeling each other out here in the early going. As we're inside 4 minutes left first quarter, no score. Lumberjacks split end to the right, flanker inside. Tight end on the near side is their offensive formation. In motion is the wing, and a couple of yards for Leverett, if he got that.
Number 16, Ethan Summers, 8 of 1, 2nd and 9.
Jack Barron's in on the stop for West. 14 is their defensive captain, Mark Sipple, Jr. He's a running back, linebacker, playing linebacker right now. He's getting the calls from the West defensive coordinator. This time Heinrich hands off to, I'm guessing, Leverett, I'm right. Now to about the 18, 19-yard line.
Initially by number 8, Ian Marciniak.
So it'll be a third down coming up. Second tackle in the game for Marciniak of Wausau West. And he is the tight end on offense and plays in the defensive line on defense. Third down, 3. Warriors on defense. They deploy 4 down linemen. And Heinrich didn't fool anybody on that one. He was tackled by Wesley Schneider.
By number 74, Davion Gillespie.
Yeah, that one didn't develop for East at all. So it's another punting situation coming up. Second one for East in the early going. So twice now East has had the ball, and that time they didn't get any yardage. So that's 3 and out. The punter for East, line drive punt, turns over, taken in the Warrior 47, and reversing field and getting a little room. Now there's a flag thrown. Returning that punt was Mitchell Zoronis, senior Letterman. He's a wide receiver, defensive back. West does not put in their weights and heights. East does in their rosters, programs. It is an option. Well, they're going to walk it back on the Warriors, and as they break the huddle with the offensive coordinator, they head back inside their own 40. Jason Foster's mentioned, the head coach for West. Varsity assistants, Matt Johnson, Josh Nowinski, Tim Freyberg, he's been with them forever. Vince Sprate, Kurt Richard, Brandon Cozy, Keith Barron. Some of these are JV coaches too. And we'll finish them up as we move along with the other column of assistants. West, back split, shotgun, handoff, and little extracurricular in the backfield there, but harmless. And on the play, about a yard. Again, Garrick on the carry. Colton gets about a yard. Second down. Quickly, West breaks the huddle. Same offensive set, flanker and split end to the near side of the field with a strong long side. Back to pass, quick to pass, Richard. And a little miscommunication, I think, with the flanker on that one. As number 7 was the intended receiver, Mitchell Zaranas, and it was thrown behind him. So now it's third down and 9. Warriors in their third possession. East kicked off. East and West on their first 2 each. Really nothing. West did make some yardage, but did to pick up 1 first down. Back to pass, Richard. He throws and completes the pass on a beauty. That's Maxwell Helke, a junior. That's a first down for the Warriors. They're second in the game. They're second of the night. First via the pass. Split end far side. Flanker near side, wide. Power eye to the right side and about a yard on the carry. That's Colton Garrick again on the carry, number 35. Second down and 9 for West. Clock on the move. 4 minutes left, first quarter, no score. Battle for the Wausau log belongs to East. They held on, and I mean literally held on last fall for a 14-7 win. Same offensive set. Handoff Garink again. This time he cuts in and gets about 6 down to the East 45-yard line.
Attempted on the play by number 19 of the Lumberjacks.
TJ Condon, a junior. Gonna hear his name quite a bit tonight. For East. Condon. Linebacking spot. East deploying 4 down linemen. No, 5 down linemen. One of them was hiding on me. The direct snap and the handoff and off to the races. Down to the 20-yard line. And that's Garink again on the carry. That time he broke through the opening off left tackle. Caught from behind Ryan Selby saved the touchdown there. Caught him from behind. Made a nice tackle from behind. Just the way you're supposed to do it. Wrap and bring him down. First down. Their third for West. This time again in East Territory. Flanker. Far side, handoff, open, and butting defender. And that was the situation when Garink feels it right now. He made another nice run, that one of 7, bowled over one of the defensive backs for East in the process. 2nd and 3, ball at the 12. Same offensive set. Split end flanker near side, the strong side. And the handoff again, guess who? Down inside the 5. Garink to the 5-yard line.
Play by number 25, Jameis Mills. That's a Wausau West. First down. First down.
Our PA announcer, John, gets a little excited. It's good. Does a nice job. Teacher and track coach at West. They have someone wide to the near side, one-on-one over here, and they, guess what? They try to do something up the middle, and Garink that time was stopped cold right after he got the football. Lost a couple. Quickly in for West. Garrett Richard, the quarterback. He comes over to the sidelines for the call from Kevin Grundy, who's an offensive-minded coach all his career. He actually coached at East at one time. And a flag. Well, Grundy's at East. I should say Grundy's at East now. He once coached at West. Another false start for the Warriors. Kevin in his 2nd year at East. I can still picture him on the sideline for the Warriors a few years back. I think he's the only one in some time that took Wausau West into a playoff, if I remember right. Jason Foster's the head coach for Wausau West. Now they set up a different lineup with a motion and back to pass, throwing open and leaning forward to about the 3-yard line. Marciniak did a nice job of leverage after that pass completion, leaning toward the end zone. Now it's 3rd and goal, the ball at the 2 for the Wausau West Warriors. They try to get on the board first. Montel Howard with the play now from the sideline for the Warriors. As they move left to right, they started this back in their own territory, back on the 32-yard line. And on the 4th down play, it's a touchdown. And okay, Mark Sipple with the touchdown, and just a power move, had a nice hole, got up good speed. Mark has speed, and helping him with his 15th birthday celebration. So West scores first. And they'll kick the extra point. The holder is Richard, the quarterback, and the kick is good. Nicholas Rausch with the kick, and with 6 seconds left in the first quarter, West is on the board. Mark Sipple from 2 yards out. And the PAT was good by Nicholas Rausch. Well, the 3rd time was the charm in possession for West, as they picked up a couple big first downs. 3 total now. They have 10 yards in penalties on that offensive set, but it didn't stop them. So now we're set for the kickoff. And back for East is Leverett on the near side, as we look at it from the west side of the field. And he's probably in that first quarter handle of football just about every time. And the line drive kickoff. Leverett takes on the 2 right up the middle of the field. He's picking up some speed. He's going to go. If he can get by one, then he is. He gets by the kicker, and Leverett is all the way for the score. Wow. Donovan Leverett. Boy, that was a 97-yard kickoff return for a touchdown. Now, the extra point for East coming up. And they call a play from the bench. Now, I don't know if that means they're going to go for 2 or if they were just getting late lining up. No, they're going to go with the PAT. And the kicker for East, Caleb Grzinski. Placement boot, everything looks good. We're tied at 7. Caleb Grzinski ties it up. And that is the end of the first quarter. So that kickoff return took 6 seconds plus off the clock to the end of the quarter. Okay, so now West scored with 6 seconds left. East scored at the end of the quarter. So it's a draw through the first 12 minutes from Tom Field in this battle for the Wausau Log. Finishing up the West coaching staff, and a lot of these are volunteers, and at least that's my understanding. Ned Mantor, Mark Sprite, Bill Haling, Tim Wimmer, Chris Ormont, Adam Ermansky. Now, some schools will accept and use volunteers. Others, some of the coaches kind of share the salary that's set up, the budget for the football program as far as personnel is concerned. We'll get the East group soon, as they will be kicking off here to start the second quarter. So East had 2 possessions from the line of scrimmage and a kickoff return for a touchdown in the first quarter. West had 3 possessions, scored on their last. Line drive kickoff taken at the 15, right up the middle of the field, out to the 36. Montel Howard, they'll start from their 35.
Number 17, Ryan Selby, 1st and 10, Wausau West.
Nice return, 20 yards. We anticipated a good one tonight. West looking for their first win, but admittedly, their competition is not at the level of Wausau East. West has 1,308 students. East has 1,020 now. Heinrich passing the flat, caught. Nice tackle. Completed pass.
Out to the 38.
So Mosel with the stop. First down. And back to the line of scrimmage for West. Howard. It'll be 3rd down and 6.
Number 64, Owen Coulson. And number 66, Dylan Barber. Gain of 1 on the play. 3rd and 6.
A couple of tacklers in on that one, including Olsen for East. Third down and 6. 4th possession Warriors. Backs in an eye, flanker near side, single wing. Back to pass, Reichert, he's going to go down. Well, a rather emphatic tackle in the background on Richard that time, Garrett. He didn't have a choice, he had to go down. Owen Coulson, 6'5", 250-pound senior. And he showed the strength that goes with that size. So it's a punting situation now for West. Punt off, nice line drive punt. Fair catch called for by Leverett at the 27-yard line. So Leverett will give the ball to the official, and East will have it for the first time in the second quarter as they start at their 27-yard line. They've started tonight at their 32, their 40, 32, they're 12, and now they're 27. But they have a touchdown on a 97-yard kickoff return by Leverett. So we're tied at 7. Early second quarter from Townsfield. With Dave Dickinson, a producer, camera person, I'm George Hirsch. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast on Wausau Area Public Access of high school football on a beautiful September evening. 3 yards on the carry. Napawaki Reed, a sophomore. West has some sophomore. They have a young team overall. West has a young team. You look at their roster, they got a lot of kids out. A lot of sophomores and juniors playing. East breaks the huddle. Quarterback is Heinrich. And he breaks a tackle, but now he's gang tackled after a pickup of maybe a yard. The handoff was to Leverett, and Mark Tipple was right there and had a lot of help. So it's a 3rd down again coming up for the Lumberjacks, who have not had a first down here yet in the game. West deploying 4 down linemen with the backer on the near side tight. Back to pass Heinrich. He's going to, well, he escaped somehow. And he's on the move up to the 40 for a first down. Up near the 40. He looked like he was dead in the backfield. Escaped somehow and snuck through for a first down. They're first in the game. So the chains are moving for East for the first time over on the far side. Chain gang in front of the East fans and players. Oh, that was an obvious call. I could have made that one. Illegal procedure, 2 in motion at the same time. So it's a 5-yard penalty. Walk off, 1st and 15 now for East. A lot of memories for a lot of the folks on hand here, either as a player, as a coach. You know, when you are in a rivalry like East-West, as the Wausau Log is, when you get older and you remember your high school days, if you played in that or even watched perhaps or coached, you're going to remember it. It's kind of a special thing. And Leverett caught in the backfield that time by number 11. Boy, he didn't get Leverett now. They've really bottled him up the last couple of carries. Wesley Schneider on that stop on that one. Junior linebacker. East, I think, has called a timeout. First timeout for the Lumberjacks. So Wausau East with a timeout. First for either team. Quickly, we have 8:09 left first half, and it's tied at 7. West scored on a Mark Sipple 2-yard touchdown run with just 6 seconds left in the first quarter. It capped a drive of 68 yards, and they had 2 first downs in that drive. PAT was good by Nicholas Roush. East came back with a kickoff return by Donovan Leverett, 97 yards. And Caleb Grzinski with a PAT to tie it at 7 at the end of the first quarter. And that's where we are right now as we're heading toward the middle of quarter number 2. To our left, the West Pep Band performing during this timeout. Now we're set to go. Second and 17. Flag thrown in the middle of the line.
Number 35.
Could be a hold call in there. Mark Sipple again on the stop for West.
68 of Warriors. Joe Dino.
Okay, Warriors decide let's go with third down and 17 or whatever. And instead of taking the yardage and giving them extra down, again, they break the huddle. Matt Heinrich is their quarterback. Backs split behind him. They hand off to the tailback up to the 40. So now it's going to be a 4th down at the 40. And Mark Sipple again on the stop. He leads the team in tackles this fall. East breaks the huddle. Back and doing the punting for the Lumberjacks, number 12, Bryce Stallsberg. senior. Snap is a good one. Gets the punt off. Nice one. Backing up the receiver, and good coverage on the part of the Lumberjacks. They give him cover or forward progress to the 25-yard line. Ball at the 25, where West will start now with their next possession. So they move right to left. Couldn't ask for a better evening for a football game here. And right up the middle, right into the defensive back.
35,
Gurink, who's carried more than anyone else so far tonight for West. Colton Gurink, his sophomore. Now we've got an injured player down. For East. And let's
High School and the School District of Wausau would like to thank the following scoreboard partners: Aqua Finance,
let's take a look at the Wausau East coaching staff under head coach Jason Foster. Oh no, East, Kevin Grundy. I'm sorry, I'm going to get that straight. Kevin Grundy in his second year.
Myron Construction,
His assistants are Henry Kremsreiter, Steve Heinrich, John Weber, Bo Johnson, he's been on that staff for a while, Dan Sharp. JV coaches are Matt Herminiak, Troy Andreska, Nate Keel. Freshman coaches Dave Coonan, Dave Blaskowski, and Tyler Kramer. And a couple of volunteers for East, Zach Henke and Kong Zhong. Well, we should have a pretty good halftime show here. We always do for the battle for the log. You look over at the flag tonight, not moving at all. Not moving at all. And you look around the Tom Field, folks standing on the end line in the north end zone. Wausau East on the far side. Their student section, they have one section basically assigned to them and more. It's full. And Wausau West on the near side, they've lined up all the way back to the end of the bleachers. Back end of the bleachers. Number 80 for East is up. Now they're going to walk him off with a little help. That's Caleb Grzinski, just happens to be their kicker. So now West facing a 2nd down and 4 at their 31. Pitch back, Rickard from the shotgun, and the handoff to his partner in the backfield, Colton Gehring, and stop standing up at the 34. Tackled by Jackson Rudiker for East. So it's a 3rd down and 6 for West. Game is tied at 7, 2nd quarter. And you could see that coming too. An illegal procedure for Wausau West. They were not set for a full second. It was like they put their hands down on the ground when the ball was snapped, which is a little late. So now it's 3rd down for West from their 23. and 11 for first. And their 4th possession on the night. Richard, back to pass. Time, throws in the flat and overthrows, incomplete. It was just a little beyond the reach for Mark Tipple. And so now it's a 4th down and a punting situation for the Warriors. Back is Leverett for East, and number 17, Ryan Selby. A couple of seniors. Pretty good size, both of them. 6'1", 6'2". Nice punt, line drive punt. Handled well by Leverett, and he gets across midfield. A return of about 10 yards for Leverett. First down East at the West 48-yard line. This is their second possession of the second quarter. They picked up 1 first down, started at their own 27 on their first in this quarter. They've started on the 32, the 40, the 32, the 27, and now in West territory. Other than a kickoff return and 1 drive by West, it's been a defensive battle. Lumberjacks, Matt Heinrich, a junior. Number 15 is their quarterback. In motion. Near side, pitch, Leverett, nothing. He lost a yard. Nice job on the tackle. Gillespie with his the sophomore. He's in the defensive line, his second tackle on the night. West is deploying 4 down linemen. Well, they've got one of the linebackers in a down stance. Here's a pass by Heinrich, and it is intercepted. And returned for West by number 85. Logan White, a junior. Defensive back, wide receiver on offense, and he had perfect position. Went right in his breadbasket. Right in his breadbasket. The intended receiver was behind him, and all he could do is tackle him when he got the ball. Because if he'd have hit him a little early, it would have been interference. And basically, it's one of those things where you're a helpless receiver. You just got to make sure they don't get anything more than the interception out of it, and he did. So now, West starting on their 35 after a couple of plays. And they pitch out here, falling down, slipping, trying to make a cut. But the reception is good for Maxwell Hilke. And a pickup of 6. We've got 4:20 left here in the second quarter. This one, this game's moving along pretty well. Four penalties on West and 1 penalty on East so far, unofficial. Number 12 for West, Bryce Garrett Richard, the quarterback, comes over now. Get a call as they break the huddle. Flanker, split in, far side, the long side, strong side, tight end near side, hash mark, handoff up the middle, breaking through left tackle. Just a nice block.
Colton Urich tripped up by Sam Moses. That's enough for a Wausau West first down.
That was a nice opening, a nice block for Wausau West in that left side. Out for another first down for the Warriors. Out at the 47. Pass, a little bit overthrown out of the fingertips of the receiver, Logan White. Leverett was over there on defense. Donovan Leverett on the coverage. So now it's second down and 10, Warriors, from their 47. Pitch back, and maybe a yard. Colton Gehring, he's been the one that has done the power running pretty much for West. Both defensive lines have held their own for the most part. A couple of trap blocks. They've let some get through the line, but for the most part, they've been doing a nice job of ganging up, tackling, going to the football, wrapping. Pretty good technique overall. 3rd and 10. Richard. Oh, nice pattern. And a long completion. A slant over the middle, and the timing was there. Big West first down. Zaranis in stride down to the east 30-yard line. They are on the move. 2:20 left first half. Game tied at 7. And the handoff this time, and by the time he got the football, he was wrapped up. Number 35 for West. That's Colton Gehring. Number 7 for West wants to come out of the game, Mitchell Zaranis. He pointed to his helmet, so he came to the sideline. Seemed to be okay, maybe just need a little breather. Hopefully that's all. 1:43 counting, left in the half. Pass in the flat, and again, Richard is a little bit off target. That was intended for Mark Sipple. Very similar play to the other side earlier in this drive. So it's now a 3rd down and 11. Again, now on the last 3rd down, they completed a nice slant pattern for a long first down. Split end to the far side for West. White. Back to pass. Richard throwing long and open, and it's a touchdown. "31 yards. Richards. "31-yard TD pass. PAT looks good and is good. And we're going to have a, no, they won't call a penalty. The kicker was almost run into, but apparently inadvertent. So Grzinski with the PAT. He had come out of the ballgame injured earlier, but he's got a pair now. And it's 14-7 Warriors. That woke up the crowd here on the near side, the home folks, in this one. In the battle for the Wausau Log, 14-7 was the score last year. East defeated West to take the Log away after a number of years. Now, East's score tonight has been a 97-yard kickoff return by Donovan Leverett. We have 1:31 left. 3 timeouts left for the Warriors. 2 timeouts left for East. So there's time left in the half. Make something happen. Nice kickoff. Boy, I'll tell you, he's got a leg, Grzinski. And it's a touchback. What happened there is he caught the football and then rolled back into the end zone, and that's a touchback. You know, his momentum took him back. So it'll be 1st and 10 for East as this first half winds down. And they start out at their 20-yard line. So they've had 3 possessions here in the second quarter. They started at 27, 28, and 20. They haven't scored other than that kickoff return. In fact, they only have about 4 first downs. Start out with a penalty. So now it will be 1st and 15 at the 15. In the series between those two teams, East and West for the log, 49. 50 will be coming up next year, the golden anniversary or whatever you want to call it, of the first one back in 1970. Won by East 14-7. Condon with the carry for East.
Tackled on the play by number 11, Wes Schneider.
It'll be 2nd down and call it 10.
Wausau West.
West with the timeout. They want the ball back. They're in a great position here to do something if they force the punt. So head coach Jason Foster's staff decides, let's go for it. We'll see if we can get it back and make something happen before the half. They're up now 14-7. With 1:21 left here in the first half. They have 2 timeouts remaining. West has scored on West has scored on a Mark Sipple 2-yard touchdown run and a long pass from Garrett Richards. And I did not catch the receiver. We'll pick that up at halftime. Who the receiver was, he was wide open. Nice pass, nice time pass. Okay, here we're all set to go after the timeout. And the handoff is right up the middle. And it looks to me like East now just trying to use up the clock. 2nd and 9, they got about 2. Joe Nino with the carry, timeout West, so they have 1 left. And this is a 3rd down play, so, you know, it'll be, if East doesn't get the first down, they'll get the football. And they'll either use it right away before the punt or on offense. That'll be their option. But number one, they have to stop the Lumberjacks, who have something else in mind. The Lumberjacks have had some nice plays. Both teams have had an interception, which killed potential drives. The scoreboard here at Tom Field is loud. I mean, it's every color under the sun, bright. Tom Field. For a lot of you listening in, my challenge would be, who was the field named after and why? Don't ask me to tell you because I forgot. Knew it at one time. On the 3rd down play, in motion. Back to pass. And it's blocked. The quarterback, Heinrich, had it blocked. by number 34 for West.
By Davion Gillespie. Brings up 4th down.
74.
74, Gillespie, not 34. 74. 34, I was going to give Michael Hogan a little credit, but somebody missed a block, that's for sure. Now, here's the situation for West. They retain the timeout because East tried the pass and it's incomplete. They don't have to use it now. They still have it.
Timeout. Wausau East.
Now East is called a timeout. Okay, so West has 1 timeout left. East now with 1 timeout. And we're down to 1:09 left in the first half. Halftime entertainment for the folks on hand here coming up. And I'm sure it'll be quality as you can hear the West band on the far, the East band on the far side this time. They kind of alternate timeout, pep band kinds of things. And so you've got their percussion group having a good time. He's coming in 3-1 on the season. West looking for their first win of the fall campaign. Set for the punt. Snap, a little high, gets it off. And high kick, spiral taken at midfield. And returning for West is Zoronis, Mitchell Zoronis. And I think Mitchell probably was the receiver of that touchdown pass. So Wausau West in good shape right now. They're up by a touchdown. 58 seconds left. They've got 2 timeouts left. They are in East territory at the 36, which is their best starting position in the first half with the football. They've been in East territory before, but not at this place. They have a flanker. They have trips right now, and a flanker to the near side. Back to pass, Richard. Over the middle, and I think he bounced it.
Incomplete.
Yeah, incomplete. That was intended for Logan White, their senior wide receiver. So it's 2nd down, only used up a few seconds. They have a good field goal kicker, so there is always that possibility that they would send Grzinski out there for an attempted field goal if need be. Same offensive set, out of an eye. Richard throwing long and overthrowing. He overthrew on the near sideline. And that's Helke, their intended receiver that time. Again, we say that, you know, a lot of the skill positions for West are underclassmen, sophomores and juniors. 3rd down, 10. Richard looks at the back behind him in the eye. Same offensive set. And he throws, and it is dropped. Lost control of the football. I don't think it was intended for number 10, but he tried to get it. That's Aaron Mua. Was batted down. So now it's a punting situation for West. 45 seconds left. East with 1 timeout if they want to try and do something with it. And they do not have, I don't know. They didn't signal anything. Yeah, now it is. West is going to have another opportunity. Roughing the kicker. That's a personal foul.
There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, I guess so, the flag. It's one of those inadvertent things. You're in there and you don't have full body control. You're heading for the punter. It's going to happen. See what the call is. If it's running into the kicker, personal foul. Yeah, that's what I called. That's what I kind of saw. So it's a first down and 10 for West at the East 21-yard line. West has a timeout left. 35 seconds left on the clock. This game was moving along, right along, all the way up till the last couple minutes. And West with another opportunity to get some more points on the board. They're in field goal range right now. Pitch back, Richard, penalty. Illegal procedure, Warriors. I have the Warriors for 6 illegal procedure calls tonight, and that's hurt them. Now it's 1st and 15, back on the 26. I have East for 2 penalties, that personal foul, one of those, in the first half. All my stats are unofficial. Back to pass, Richard, and he's being pressured, and he throws and into the bench, into one of his coach's hands. He was being tackled, he got rid of it, so that was helpful in the sense that it stopped the clock on the incomplete pass, rather than a tackle where they might have to use their last time out. They still have one left. 2nd down, 15. On the East 26-yard line. Back to pass, Richard. Throwing long and beyond everybody in the end zone. So now it's 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15.
Wausau West has some speed in the receivers department. I mean, they've got Zaronis, they have White, they have Maxwell Helke, and right now they have Maxwell Helke out at split end. Flanker is Zaronis, backs in an eye, and they go with a handoff off left tackle down to the 25-yard line. And it looks to me like they're going to probably call a timeout, and they're thinking about a field goal here now. Yep, they're watching the clock go down. Now they call the timeout. Okay. And that's their last timeout, so it's a field goal try now for the Warriors. And it's going to be a field goal try, I believe, for Grzinski. With 3 seconds left in the half, West up 14-7 over East in the battle for the Wausau log. Belongs to the Lumberjacks. Been over at East High since last fall after they beat West. It just held on for a big win for their program last year. 14-7. That was the first year for head coach Kevin Grundy, and they came out with a W and picked up the log for the first time in years. And again tonight, this is even competition. Nobody's running away with anything. Up by 7. So here we go. This is Rausch, Nicholas Rausch, not Grzinski. Grzinski's a punter. This is Rausch. Actually a punter for East. And the kick, oh wow, it's a little bit off to the left, but he had the power. He's got the leg. It was wide left, and that's the end of the first half. From Tom Field, I'm George Hirsch. Hope you're enjoying our broadcast of East-West football on Wausau Area Access Media. And we'll come back before the second half with the scoring highlights of the first half. Back here at Tom Field, set for quarter number 3. And in the battle for the Wausau log between Wausau East and Wausau West, West the home team here this evening, it is 14-7 Warriors at the half. And they scored 2 touchdowns in the first half from the line of scrimmage. One, Matt Sipple, 2-yard TD run. And the other, a Garrett Richard to Matt Helke pass, 34 yards. PATs by Roush were both good. That's their 14 points. The lone touchdown, the lone score for Wausau East, a 97-yard kickoff return by Donovan Leverett. Now, Leverett had some pretty good yardage in the first quarter. They had a few first downs on 3 drives, but they boxed him in the second quarter. He did not have an opportunity to break anything, as West really put the clamps on in that second quarter. Now, in the third quarter, West is already out there. We're waiting for Wausau East to come out of the locker room. East on the far side, their pep band performing right now as we finish up the halftime here. We've got a good crowd on hand, but you cannot compare this with the crowds we had years and years ago. Part of the reason is that students today in these high schools have so many opportunities to do so many things, they can't do it all. And also, you know, a Friday night football game in a smaller town, and I've done a few, is still an event for that community. Here, you know, it's not outgrown it, but you have a certain segment of fans. A lot of them are parents or former players or parents of former players. But we've got a good crowd and a beautiful evening. Absolutely gorgeous evening. The West will be kicking off here to start the second half. East out on the field now. Leverett is one of the backs. He's on the near side around the 5-yard line. He's always a threat. One of the better running backs in the central Wisconsin area this fall. East coming in with a 3-1 record as they beat Merrill, Southern Door, Mosinee, lost to Rhinelander. The crazy thing, I suppose, for a lot of people is, you know, this is a non-conference game. These two teams are not even in the same conference now. West is still in with the Fox Valley Association group, along with Rapids and Spash and Everest and Marshfield, and whereas East is independent this year. They play a lot of the teams in what used to be the Lumberjack Conference. This is Leverett from the 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, 32. Leverett, return of about 27 yards. So we start the third quarter with East down by a touchdown and with the football, moving right to left. First possession, either team.
We have a score from Milwaukee, top 5, Milwaukee 3, Pittsburgh 0.
As the Lumberjacks break the huddle. Starting at their 32. Henrik is the quarterback. Handoff, maybe a yard. And Leverett, yeah, they have really bottled him up after that first quarter a couple times, and he hasn't had the long run from scrimmage. He did have the kickoff return, of course, which is their only score, but he's a threat at any time. Pick up a couple, second down and 8. Third quarter just underway. Couldn't have a nicer evening for a prep football game if you drew it up on the board. Flanker right side, backs in a power I. And the handoff coming across. And Condon on the carry. Mark Sipple, who's in the, I bet you he's almost in double digits for tackles for Wausau West. 3rd down and 7. That was a 1-yard pickup. East in their white with red trim helmets, black pants. Back to pass, Heinrich. Rolling right. Avoids 1 tackle and throws it out of bounds. Incomplete, so it'll be a punting situation for East. So in their first possession of the second half, it's 3 and out.
Brings up 4th down.
Punting for East. Number 12, Bryce Stallsberg. Awaiting the snap. It's a good one. And he gets off on line drive or turns into an over and over punt. And those are the hardest to handle. It was mishandled. Now he picks it up and he's going to go places. All the way down the sideline, out of bounds in East territory at the 44 is number 7, Mitchell Coronas. Zoronas, the senior wide receiver. Warriors with great field position here now to start the 3rd quarter in their first try. With the ball at the 45-yard line. Quarterback is Garrett Richard. Backs in an I, flanker, split end, far side, handoff is to the near side, the short side, and open down the sideline, pushed, almost, no, he didn't go out of bounds apparently.
On the 4.
Wow. One of the defenders for East, one of their backs, rather than tackle, tried to push the kid out of bounds, and he didn't push him hard enough, and they went all the way down to the 4-yard line. 1st and goal, West. And the handoff is about a yard short. Garrick, who just ran that first down the near sideline. Colton Garrick now picks up, well, maybe a yard. Second down and goal. 2nd and goal. For West, they're already up 7. Stacked backfield, another penalty against West. They've had their share. Illegal procedure. That's the first time, I think, tonight I've seen that offensive set. It's basically a power I, and just, we're going to run it in. So now they bring in a couple of changes as Zaranas comes back in after a breather. Quarterback remains Garrett Richard, the junior. They have a split end flanker to the near side, the wide side. Tight end on the far side. And the pass over the middle, and he's down inside the 1-yard line. The pass is complete.
Pitch and catch from Richard down inside the 1.
So it's now a 3rd and goal inside the 1 for West. We did not catch the receiver on that one, but handoff right up the middle. Sipple stopped short by about a foot. Well, that's Hogan. Michael Hogan, the junior, not Sipple. Hogan gets down inside, well, about a foot. 4th down and a foot. Now Zoronis is coming back in for West. See what kind of offensive set they have here. They've been trying to power it in the last couple of plays after that pass. Quarterback. Oh, a fumble. But somehow it looked like a fumble, maybe not, but yeah, the fumble in the end zone. So they got away with a fumble and fell on it in the end zone. So West, first possession, 3rd quarter, they come out of the locker room ready to go.
I believe that's 35 that picked up the fumble.
There's the snap on the extra point, and it's good. Tell you what, both East and West kickers are good. 21-7 Warriors. 8 minutes, 1 second left, 3rd quarter. That was a nice sequence for West, and they had one illegal procedure down there. They had a fumble, but it somebody in the end zone fell on it.
Last night, our volleyball girls defeated Maryland 3-1. The team is currently 15-3 and will play Wisconsin Rapids and Marshfield tomorrow in Marshfield. The Warriors will host the annual Out for the Cure match.
Well, East, they go back out there after a few minutes and get another kickoff. And that's been their one thing that went well tonight is one kickoff, 97 yards for a touchdown. And Leverett is back there, anticipating another one. And this is a squibber fallen on by one of the Lumberjacks. Condon, TJ Condon recovers it. Well, West, after watching Leverett a few times, decided we'll just squib it and he won't get it. And it seemed to work okay. So 1st and 10 East at their 24-yard line. They break the huddle. Single back behind Heinrich. Gets the football and tries the left side. Gets about 6 yards. And that's Leverett. Donnie Leverett. He's had about 85% of the carries tonight for East. Now a couple of changes in offense from the bench. One of them with a play. Isaac Cushman is now in there. And breaking a tackle, but not a second. A loss of about 3 yards on the play. Napawaki did a nice job of using his body. Wouldn't let him, he tripped him up with his body on the ground. So now it's 3rd and 6. Also East. Well, they're trying to use that double back and in single wing in motion, trying to get outside. Now he cuts back in and gets maybe a yard. Condon on the carry.
Tackle on the play by Damian Gillespie and Kyle
Kershaw on the tackle. Yeah, Condon was intending to go wide on a sweep and decided, you know what, they had this one covered, so he cut back in, got a yard out of it. It's about all he could get. And a punting situation now for East. Caleb Grzinski. Nice boot. Takes a bounce for East past Zaronas down to the 26. So nice punt, no return. First down West at their 26. Now up by a couple of scores, 21-7.
Don't forget about the Twitter feed. Send pictures to @TomBanham, THOM.
Ball at the 26. As West, second possession, second half.
See your pictures on the scoreboard @TomBanham.
Third possession, second half, I should say. Richard hands off to his teammate.
Number 23 on the ball carrier.
And
That would be
Montel Howard, who's had a few carries here tonight,
Number 25 on the tackle. Jameis Hill.
picks up 4.
Gain of 4. Second and 6.
Split wide left and a flanker over on the far side. Richard, again a handoff. And again,
35 tackled on the play.
that's Colton Gerink.
No gain on the play.
Gerink was tackled from behind by Buntrock. Sam Buntrock is a senior, 6'1", 250. Showed good movement for that size. Getting him from behind. 3rd and 6. Richard throwing in the flat, caught and tackled. Nice job on the defensive end.
Tackled on the play by number 22, Sam Moses.
Sam Moses made the tackle, of a sure tackle by Moses of Helke, Matt Helke, and it's a 4th down and a good size 1 for West. So in their territory, they're going to punt it away. They're right there at 35. Leverett is back. The deep back. Line drive, punt. Leverett, fair catch, 35-yard line. So East will have it again.
To the 35-yard line, 1st and 10.
First time they had it, 3 and out, they started at 32. Now they're starting at 35, right to left at Tom Field. We're down to 3:52 left in the 3rd quarter. Lots of time left for East to do something with the ball, but you know, they've played over two and a half quarters now, and they haven't done anything from the line of scrimmage other than an occasional nice play. The officials are going over Wow. Well, you can hear the clapping. This is the west side of the field, the fans. There was an unsportsmanlike conduct call. That's why they went over to the bench, to the east bench. Boy, that sets them back to the 20 now, 1st and 10. Instead of the 35. That's the biggest penalty of the night for East. They haven't been penalized that much. West has had a few illegal procedure calls. Back to pass Heinrich. Heinrich rolling to his left, throws, and it's caught. Well, they rule incomplete. Sam Moses was over there, grabbed it, but it must have hit the ground before he could grab it. And he was open, but Heinrich was on the run, so he threw it on the run and didn't have much behind it. Otherwise, he could see him. He just couldn't get it to him clearly enough for the reception.
2nd and 10, Wausau East.
This time they go right in front of their own bench. Leverett. And guess who? Mark Sipple on the stop for West. By far the most tackles in this one for either team. And it's a 3rd and 7 for East. That 15-yard unsportsmanlike was call not during the action on the field, so it was not, it wasn't a 1st and 25, it was a 1st and 10 situation. It only cost him the yardage, not a down. Henrik back to pass. Now he's going to run with it and runs into the east bench over on the far side, lost a couple more. To Yang, first time we've checked off a tackle for him, for West. Another punting situation for East. They've had more punts tonight. They just haven't put, first drives together, first downs. West defense has been pretty much in control. Line drive punt and a beauty. Wow. Inside the 30 of West. Now it's being picked up, and this is Zoronis. Zoronis is brought down by number 63 with a jersey tackle for East. That's Owen Beasley, senior.
Zoronis taken out of bounds by number 83. Number 83, Ben Keeley. Flag on the play.
Well, the officials are talking about the tackle here, or the situation. It was right in front of the West bench. Head coach Jason Foster over listening in a bit, but now Zoronis comes out. Well, offsetting unsportsmanlike on the sideline there. And first down, penalties offset. First down West, up by a couple touchdowns. 3:15 left, third quarter. They go left to right, handoff right up the middle and wide open. 40, 35, 31-yard line. Gurink, number 35. Sam Moses on the stop. What a night for Colton Gurink tonight. He's picked up over 100 yards now on the night from the line of scrimmage. Another first down for the Warriors. They are taking control of this game. And off up the middle, guess who? And guess what? He's inside the 20. Picked up 13 to the 17-yard line. Colton Garrick.
That's another Wausau West first down.
Garrick is a sophomore, and he's their featured back here tonight. Split end to the left, flanker to the right. Richard hands off to Garrick. Boy, they found something. West has found something in the middle of the East defensive line because they're using a trap block. They've had great timing on Garrick's part, and they go all the way down to the 11-yard line where it's 2nd and 3. They quickly break the huddle. Right now, West can feel it. Flanker split on the far side, tight end near side. Richard, and somebody was waiting for him that time. Garrick lost a couple yards on that one. Nice tackle by Bryce Stolzberg, the senior, 6 feet, 225 for East. He's their punter or place kicker, one or the other. Place kicker. Okay, 3rd down and 6 now for West. Back to pass. Richard over the middle. It's going to be a touchdown. Logan White. Logan White. 18 yards. $18-yard TD pass, Richard to White. Well, you could just feel it. What was happening here in this 3rd quarter. Roush with his 4th PAT, 28-7. West with 1:03 left, 3rd quarter. Well, the Warriors looking for their first win on the year. They've lost a couple of tough ones, but they're doing the job here in the second half. Kind of overpowering the defensive line in most plays for Wausau East. Kind of wearing them down. Yeah, Colton Garrick, sophomore. He's had the game of the year for him.
Let's get everybody up for the kickoff.
Well, let's see how East responds. Well, they keep it away from Leverett. And an up back handles it and breaks, tackles, and he's on the way across midfield. Wow. Condon, TJ. He was an up back around the 30-yard line, and he returned the kickoff all the way back inside the 45. So best field position for East here tonight as they start at the West 44-yard line. See if they can take advantage of this. There's plenty of time, but they've got to, they usually figure 3 to 4 possessions max in a quarter in high school prep football. So, somewhere around 7 to 10 maybe possessions. So you got to take advantage of some of those. Of course, every game varies on that regard. Depends upon what kind of offense you run. And here's a first down across the 35 to the 33. This was Leverett now, and he finally broke across the middle of that line. So the blocking there was helping him. Something he hasn't had a lot of, at least especially in that second quarter. First down, 10 East. That is their first down in the second half, unofficially. And this is Leverett going wide, cuts in, breaks tackles, keeps going, out of bounds. Inside the 25-yard line, Logan White on the stop, just pushed him out of bounds. Another first down for East. So all of a sudden, East decided, you know what? Leverett's our best runner. We're going to use him. Just give him some room to run. He'll make things happen, and that's exactly what's happened here in the last couple plays. And here he is again, and that time he was tripped up. Nice job. Tackle. Mark Sipple, the senior running back linebacker, from his linebacking position. He grabbed him around the ankles and brought him down in the backfield, a loss of a couple. Nice job from Mark Sipple. Changing defense for West, number 34.
Okay.
Michael Hogan comes in defensively. Now we're going to have a timeout. That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Wausau West 28, Wausau East 7. Third quarter scoring, West scored with 8:04 left in the third on a fumble picked up, ended up in the end zone. And the PAT made it 21-7. And then with minute 3 left in that quarter, Garrett Richard to Logan White, an 18-yard TD reception. PAT again, good for West. And that up the score. That's Nicholas Roush with four PATs in the game now. Up the score to 28-7. Now we start the fourth quarter with East on the move for the first time in the second half. They are on the West 22-yard line. Again, East 3-1 on the season, midway point, and West looking for their first victory, and they are pretty much in charge right now. In motion, getting the handoff, cutting back inside tackle, now going outside, room to run, all the way down to about the 4-yard line. Sam Moses. Moses showing some spark, running with a football for East. All set at the line, first and goal. Whistle. And timeout. Warriors. First timeout second half, either team, as they head over to their coaching staff. Head coach Jason Foster. Kevin Grundy at East. And Kevin, his first log here at East. Brought it back to East from West.
Nothing, Milwaukee. Bottom 6.
We have 11:51, pretty much the full fourth quarter to go here. East with a first and goal at the 3 of West. They obviously need to score here. They're down three possessions. And off and just short of the goal line. This was Leverett, number 2. He's about a yard short. So, East setting in a substitution and a call with their quarterback, Matt Heinrich. Back split in motion. Whistle. Illegal procedure, Lumberjacks. Boy, that doesn't help. Yep. A false start. And they were pretty much penalty free in that first half. But this changes things a little bit, although it's only second down, but they're back at the 6 now. You know, they're trying to open it up on offense. Going more outside, using a little more speed. And they're setting the same format. Well, they get down to about the 3. That was a keeper. There's now third down, about the 3-yard line. For East. They're in a situation right now, they got to go for it, period. You know, field goal is not going to do much good. Fourth quarter, 10:40 left. Heinrich, line set, handoff, Leverett reaches in for the touchdown. So Donovan Leverett scores from 3 yards out. Three-yard TD run for Leverett. With 10:29 left in the fourth quarter. So that was a nice drive for East, all on the ground, but it puts them back in the game because you figure they're going to get 2 or 3 more possessions. And the kick is good. Nice. Rodriguez.
10:29 left in the game. 28-14 Wausau West.
5'5", 260-pound sophomore, Antonio Rodriguez, with a good boot, no doubt. So it's a 2-touchdown lead now for West, and they'll get the ball back. We have 3 timeouts remaining for East, 2 for West. That's not a factor at this point. East will be kicking off. Nice drive for Wausau East. 4 first downs. Converting on a 3rd and goal from 3 yards out. All set for the kickoff. Bryce Stahlsberg. Salzburg ready. West Little confusion on the kickoff return unit here. It may cost them a timeout. I don't know. The officials are going over to the East bench, and I think they were probably making a comment about what was going on the field. But now we're ready to go. They hadn't blown the whistle to start, so. And East does the same thing, picked up by West at the 27, coming to the near side and not able to get around the corner for West was Noah Nats, the junior, defensive back and running back, like so many of these young athletes in football. They at least go a little bit both ways, or at least they're ready to help out both ways if need be. 10:23 left, West with the ball. At quarterback, Richard. Garrett Richard. Snap back right up the middle. Oh, was that a nice trap block? They let the middle linebacker through untouched, and the quarterback took the ball right up the middle past where he came from. So it was designed and played out. The problem is we've got an injured player for West down on the field right now.
We have some lost and found material. We have
Again, the trainer,
AirPods.
and there is a trainer at every prep football, not just football, you know, soccer and all those other sports these days. And they are a key part and a big part of the staff. And the trainer tonight is Nolan Wagoner. And the home team furnishes the trainer. And it's number 62 for East walking off gingerly. And that's Sam Buntrock, a senior. Defensive tackle. Now we're ready to go again. 28-14 West with the ball. 2nd and 5. And wow. Something tells me right now Wausau East is a little bit fired up. They just blew through the offensive line, and Garink had no chance. Colton Garink, who's had a great night, the sophomore for West. And he had nowhere to go. He got the handoff from Richard, and that was about it. Now it's 3rd and 8. If East can stop them here, they've got plenty of time to make it interesting. Again, Richard under center. Backs split. Now they have a straight. Now get Richards back in the shotgun. Fumbles the ball, and down he goes. He fumbled the snap. By the time he could grab it, which he was lucky to be able to do, there's nothing else he could do but go down under a heavy rush. So it's 4th down now for West. So for Wausau West, that particular 3 plays or series was not what they had in mind. Certainly was for East, because they get it back, they'll have decent field position, and down with a couple touchdowns and 8:30 and counting down on the clock or left, an opportunity to come right back in it. Here's the punt. Oh, what a nice roll for West. Inside the 30, down in the 38. Tell you what, we've got 2 good kicking teams and punting here tonight. West and East, both of them have good toe of punters. PA kickoff. they've done a really, really nice job. And not just on distance, but, you know, getting the roll. Like in that case. Okay, Lumberjacks down by 2 touchdowns. 1st and 10 from their 27. Timeout East.
Timeout. East.
So they'll have 1 to go. Kevin Grundy out there to talk to his offensive team right now, the head coach. And you get the sense right now that this is do or die for East here tonight. They have the log in their building. Well, it's here tonight, but they got it last year with a 14-7 win after West had it for a number of years. And now West with a chance to take it back. And the Lumberjacks are putting up a fight after being down 28-7 in the 3rd quarter. See what they can do. It's been a well-played football game. Not a lot of penalties. Some illegal procedures, I think, hurt West a little bit. A couple of unsportsmanlike conduct calls slowed things down, but back to pass. Matt Heinrich. Long and he dropped the ball. Oh, it was there. The defender had an arm up and it may have distracted him.
Pass intended for 35.
No one feels worse right now for East. And I don't have his number on my program. Yeah, I do. Will Nash, senior. I think the defender, though, really distracted him with his arm reaching out, and so he didn't get a clear look at the football. Heinrich rolls to his left. Now he's going to run with it. Now he breaks a couple of tackles out to the 34-yard line, where it's 3rd down.
Number 14, Mark Sipple, brings up 3rd and 5.
Third down for East as they get set to break the huddle. Marciniak and Sipple on that last tackle for West in the secondary. Big play for East right now, midway through this 4th quarter. They need a 1st down. They've got a full house backfield. Back to pass. Caught. 1st down. Breaks tackles all the way up to midfield into West territory. That's number 82. And that's Jacob Tomey, senior, 6'6", 240. That was a well-designed play. He just picked out a zone in the West backfield and sat there and got the ball. Nice job. Nice play. 1st down. Handoff, Leverett. Leverett comes back, breaks the tackle. Leverett, 1st down, West 37-yard line. East is awake, folks. They were being pushed all over the place late in that 3rd quarter. And here coming back in the 4th quarter now, in their last couple of possessions, they have asserted themselves on offense for the first time tonight, really. And they've got plenty of time yet to make sure they get another possession. Their defense comes through. But first they have to handle the offensive end here. In motion. Handoff. Nothing. Loss. Condon was stopped. He had nowhere to go. So now it's after a loss of a couple, 2nd and 12 for the Lumberjacks. They're down by 2 touchdowns, so it's pretty much do or die in this series. Flanker near side, split end near side, tight end far side, back to pass is Heinrich. He's got it. Oh! He had his receiver open.
As intended for number 7, Jack
Armand tried to run with it before he caught it. Wow. Well, you can't blame Heinrich for those last few drops. But it happens to the best. And in that case, I think he was so open he wanted to run with it before he cradled it. Happens. Now he's split to the near side. Okay, Heinrich wants a flanker over here, so he's got a flanker. Single back behind him. Throw, now he's made the catch, but tackled immediately was Ormond.
Number 7, Jack
Ormond made the reception this time, pretty much same play, but the tackle for West by Chu Yang, sophomore. So now it's 4th and 6, and this could be it right here. East with two timeouts each team. Well, fans up on their seat. Back to pass. Heinrich fakes. Running far side. He's not going to get away. He's tackled back on the 42-yard line. He rolled to his left, and there were two backers coming up and brought him down. And West takes over with 5 minutes and a second left in this one. So West stopped them after they had the life at a touchdown. Got into Warrior territory on some nice plays, but the Warriors held. So now it's a matter of East. They've got 2 timeouts left. They can't let them get any more first downs. Richard is the quarterback, Garrett Richard. And the handoff and into the secondary for a gain of about 8. I think that last series, you know,
Tackle on the play by number 62, Sam Buntrock. 2nd and 3.
I think that last 4th down that failed for East. Their defense is out there now, and there's so much at stake. And yet on that first play, Wausau West went like 8 yards, 7 yards. So it's 2nd down and 3. The only chance they have, I think, is to stop them without first downs. See what West does. They hand off again up the middle. This time he stopped after maybe a yard. So now it's another. Gehring carried again. And this could, you know, give East a glimmer of hope if they can stop them and get the full football back, or if they get a first down, it's going to be really tough. West looking for a victory, get the log back from East over last year. East won it last year in a 14-7 exciting game. Let's see what Richard does. He's got a full house backfield. Power right, and oh boy, nice job. What a nice job of dancing.
The senior,
Mark Sipple. Mark Sipple kind of tiptoed his way through the opening in the middle, picked up the first down for the Warriors, and one of the Lumberjacks is down. Well, Mark is a senior, and he's not just football. He has leadership abilities. As he's one of the captains for the hockey team for Wausau West. So he's had a lot of varsity experience in 2 sports. Well, they're still tending to the Warrior or the Lumberjack down. We've got 3:20 left in the log battle, and West can smell it now. They're up by 2 touchdowns with the football in East territory at the 44-yard line, and they have a 1st and 10. The player for East up on his own is number 60, Caden Weiss, one of their senior defensemen. Caden Weiss. Well, he's taking his time coming off, getting a little help. West breaking the huddle now. We're back in play here after the injury timeout. Split into the far side, tight end near side. Unbalanced line, actually, for West. And they use up the call. Now they get it. And breaking through the middle again. I think this is Sipple. Nope, Garrick. Those 2 guys have similar style. They pick their holes. They do a little dancing. 2nd down and 5 now for West. Well, Wausau East, even with a loss, they'll be 3 and 2. But I don't know what their playoff situation is because they're unaffiliated. You know, this is a non-conference game, believe it or not. Battle for the Wausau Log in a non-conference game. Whoop. I thought maybe they had a movement of some kind, but no, they're going to get a nice run out of it. And a 1st down for Mark Sipple.
Takes it across the marker for a Wausau West 1st down.
Well, that should about do it, folks. Wausau West will be scooting out of here with the log back after 1 year.
We still have a pair of glasses and a set of car keys to be claimed.
Maybe this can be a springboard for the Warriors to win some more games in their conference. They've got, you know, a Rapids, a Marshfield, a Spash, an Everest. Some of those teams to play yet. Along with Fox Valley area teams. Wausau East is mostly the Great Northern Conference on their schedule. A couple other, they're all non-conference basically. So now it's 2nd down. 10 or 7. 2nd down, 7. East with the timeout. They have 1 more left. Minute 5 left.
Wausau West High School and the Wausau School District would like to thank the following scoreboard partners: Aqua Finance, Bristol Orthodontics, Church Mutual, Marshfield Health Systems, Bricks.
Just looking at the scoreboard here, the Wausau School District Tom Field scoreboard, it is state of the art actually, and it supports, you know, the purpose is to support athletics and other programs in the Wausau School District, not just East and West. Now, East coming back out. They gave it a battle. They were tied at 7 after the kickoff return by Leverett, but West, for the most part, in charge. This is a handoff right up the middle. And he's going to go all down to the 3-yard line. That's Lane Yeatus. Oh no, this is Tipple, number 34.
Number 9, Logan Zeitz.
I was looking at the wrong roster. It ran like Mark Tipple, so I should have known better. He dances. He's light of foot. He's got that, I wouldn't call it tiptoe style, but he runs on his front of his feet, and he can move, he can dance. First and goal. 30 seconds left in the game. Down to 20 seconds. Then they're just going to take a kneel. You knew that when they had the long count. And the log belongs to Wausau West on a beautiful evening here at Tom Field as the Wausau West Warriors defeated the Wausau East Lumberjacks in the annual rivalry contest by the final score of 28-14. For Dave Dickinson, our producer, camera person, I'm George Hirsch. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast of prep football on Wausau Area Access Media.